Funko Pops, the collectibles everyone knows. Either you hate them or love them, you've definitely seen them at least once in your life. Whether it be your favorite superhero, your favorite athlete, your favorite movie character, or your favorite villain, there's a good chance that there's a pop made of them. Some of these pops can be worth $10 to upwards of $20,000. That's enough to buy you nearly 3,000 Dorbs. What would I do with that many Dorbs? I have no idea. In today's video, I'll be talking about the history behind the most expensive Funko Pop of all time. So let's get right into it. As of right now, a lot of people believe that this Chase Alex the Large glow-in-the-dark Funko Pop is the most expensive Funko Pop of all time. Well, what if I told you you're actually wrong? There's several pops on the market that are worth more than this figure. There's plenty of limited piece Funko Pops that are on the market that haven't sold just yet and don't have a proper price as of right now. These pops without a solid price are definitely worth as much or more than the Chase Alex the Large. But there's one pop in particular that stands out from the rest. And that pop, I believe, is the most expensive Funko Pop of all time. The Golden Oompa Loompa and Willy Wonka 2-pack is the pop that I'm referring to. The Golden Oompa Loompa and Willy Wonka 2-pack doesn't have as cool as the story that the Chase Alex the Large does, but it does still have a slightly unknown but really awesome story behind it as well. Let's go back in time to learn all about this Willy Wonka 2-pack. It was the summer of 2016. Funko had held fun days that year just like any other year. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was the theme for this year's fun days. There were themed decorations, music, fun activities, and of course, exclusive Funko Pops. Towards the end of fun days that year, Funko had given out chocolate bars to every person at the event. And a few of those chocolate bars given out contained a golden ticket inside of them. The recipients of each golden ticket were able to redeem them for Oompa Loompa and Willy Wonka Golden 2-pack. As seen on the sticker, there was only 10 of these figures made, but based off of what we know from old Funko footage and people who attended fun days that night, it appears that only 4 people had won the figures in the crowd. So that leaves the question, where did the other 6 2-packs go? It's very possible that some collectors wanted to keep their chocolate bar unopened to keep its value and keep it in a pristine shape, and it's very possible that some of these unopened chocolate bars might have contained another golden ticket. But it's also believed that the other 6 pops that weren't given out that night had gone to avid collectors in the community, people who worked for Funko, or people who were close to the big man himself, Brian Mariotti. And that actually reminds me of something. Each of these Golden Oompa Loompa and Willy Wonka 2-packs are signed by Brian Mariotti himself. And if you were to look on the Funko app or Pop Price Guide for the price of this figure, you wouldn't be able to find it. It doesn't have a value because it wasn't sold through a third-party website, which leaves it with no recorded value. Upon further research, I did actually find one sale of this pop. Conquest Comics was a comic store that was lucky enough to get their hands on this golden 2-pack. This 2-pack was up for purchase in their store a few years back. The owner of this comic store has a blog which contains a whole story about this 2-pack. In his blog, he says the following. Just know that the pop I was holding in this pic is the rarest and most expensive Funko Pop ever sold. 99.9% sure we set a Guinness World Record when we sold it. Should I look into that? Would be pretty cool to get into that. How does one even go about that process? What could the price possibly be of this 2-pack? Is it truly a Guinness World Record sale? Upon looking at their website for Conquest Comics, you can still find the original listing of the Golden Oompa Loompa and Willy Wonka 2-pack, which I'll have the link to that in the description below so you can check it out for yourself. The price on this original figure on their website and what it sold for is a whopping $15,000. And we have this confirmed. It really did sell for $15,000. That $15,000 price point is almost $2,000 more than the Chase Alex the Large. There very well could have been other sales of this pop that might have sold for more or maybe for even less, but as of right now, to my knowledge, this is the only one that I could find with my resources. If you happen to know about a time where the Golden 2-pack sold for more or less than $15,000, please let me know down below in the comments. The current value of the glow-in-the-dark Alex the Large Chase, according to Pop Price Guide, is $13,300, which isn't really too far from the $15,000 price point that Golden 2-pack is at. Although the 2 pops contain an extremely high value, the 2-pack is worth more than the Alex the Large Chase by nearly $2,000. I don't think the Alex the Large Chase will ever sell for as much as the Golden 2-pack, and here's why. My first reason to this is the limited piece count of both figures. The Chase Alex the Large is limited to 12 pieces, as for the Golden 2-pack is limited to 10 pieces. The Alex the Large Chase has 2 more figures out there than the Golden Oompa Loompa and Willy Wonka 2-pack, which it doesn't seem like a lot, but in the end it can affect the value greatly. And my second reason would have to be the popularity of both films. Of course, Clockwork Orange is a great film and has a lot of fans, but I do think that Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is another great film with a lot more fans than Clockwork Orange. So because of this popularity difference, the demand for the 2-pack is much higher than the Chase Alex the Large, which can affect the value greatly in the long run. There's still a lot of unanswered questions out there about the most expensive Funko Pop of all time. Who knows, there very well could be a pop out there that no one knows about except for that one person who owns it. And if that person is the only person to own that figure in their world, that would make it a 1 out of 1 figure. The possibility of a figure being limited to 1 piece is super slim, but it's still possible. And if there really is a figure out there limited to 1 piece like I mentioned, which the possibility like I said is slim, but it's still possible, that would make it the most expensive and rarest figure of all time. Also, I've noticed a lot of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed yet, so if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.